everyone. This is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kids Place, and I'm on the line with the one and only DR.OZ. Hello.
How are you, Pavlina?
I'm good. How are you?
Always well. I was just dancing, actually.
Oh, really?
Get my blood going.
What were you dancing? Like what type of dance?
Well, it was a Blurred Lines takeoff, but a friend of mine is making a music video. You know, whenever I have buddies in the music business, I always like playing with them. So, Dougie Fresh just finished a video that we're doing that's coming out at the end of this month, actually, where Jordan Sparks and a bunch of folks having a good time talking about kids dancing around. And it usually has some type of an uplifting message, but the point is to keep moving. So another friend of mine is doing a similar thing. So I pretended I was one of the girls in Blurred Lines. And she's the host of a show. So I danced in front of her.
Oh my gosh, that sounds really cool. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on my show today, and congratulations on Season 5 of the DR.OZ show.
Well, you're very kind. It's been a blessing to make. We have a good time, and I love having folks from all ages on the show doing different crazy things.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. So it must be like a lot of fun. But the Duck Dynasty guys are, great people, and I interviewed Willie and Martin a few months ago, and they are really nice, and I never expected them to be like healthy eaters. So did you find out anything interesting about their habits?
I did. We call the show Quack Medicine.
Yeah.
You'll see why when it comes out later today. But I had the entire family on, and they do a lot of things interesting. I had the duck commander, Phil, bring a duck liver for me. I had human liver. We talked about how we keep our livers healthy and sometimes not so healthy. And he made the argument that ducks live opposite doors. They eat off the land, so they are healthy, whereas we do all kinds of things to ourselves, not just the fried foods and the medications we take, but also the fact that we sometimes get extra weight on board that damages ours. But the good news, of course, when we both mentioned this, is that the liver has the remarkable ability to regenerate and repair itself.
Wow.
So it's a great organ for that reason. I have a quiz for you.
Yes.
So Uncle Sa, Uncle Sa, he's the one who has an infamous blue cup?
Yes.
He actually has, some might argue that he actually has the healthiest liver because of what's in that cup. Do you remember what's in that cup?
It's the tea, right?
Right, very good. So the tea is not sweet tea. Sometimes it's called that, but it's not sweet. There's no sugar in it. Real tea is incredibly healthy for your liver. So if anyone out there who does if you're doing things that are harmful to your liver, at least have a little tea to go along with it.
Yes, definitely. So are you inspired to grow a beard now?
Well, I'm thinking about it. Turns out the length of your beard is correlated with your testosterone receptors. So we have a little segment where we compete with their beard. I measure their beards to see who has the longest one, and then give them some tips on beard management. Beards are valuable. They suck up all the pollen, and they prevent damage to your skin. So they actually are good for men if they can deal with the cleanliness factor. Yeah,
definitely. So I know you just said a little bit about it, but do you have any other beard tips?
Well, I like coconut oil on the beard. It helps keep it in texture. It protects the caliber of the actual hair itself, and so it has that vibrant glow that you want to have. So I gave the guys some tips on that.
Definitely, that's really cool.
Yeah, but you got to rub it in. You got to have someone rub it in for you, which is the good part.
Yeah. Awesome, that's crazy. So kids can be like fast food junkies. Is there a good way to go fast food?
There is. You don't have to have the salad at McDonald's. I know you're not going to do it anyway. I think you can eat most of the foods that you desire with minor modifications. For example, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I do all day tomorrow. I'm traveling to fast food restaurants on the show and showing people how to do this. But if you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, go ahead and get the chicken you want, the fried chicken, then take the skin off. The moist meat is still there. Tastes just the way it did before. You don't have to have all the skin. Have a little bit of it to give it if you want that crunchiness. But that gets rid of most of the junk that you don't want in your body.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought of that, because I'm like a vegetarian, but still, that's cool.
Well, my wife's vegetarian, and a lot of these places, like in Taco Bell, you can have the fresco tacos, which actually are just fine for people who want to watch what they're eating. But again, you can go to these fast food things and eat the wrong things as well. So if you're sharp and shrewd about it and pay attention to what you're doing, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. That's good then, So, what advice would you like every teenage girl to have, about healthy, like a better and healthy life?
Well, the most important thing to recognize, especially a teenager, is that your external beauty is a barometer of your inner health. And if you go around the world and ask people what they think is beautiful, we all have different preferences on nose width and eye color and hair length, but we all all share the belief that healthy skin is the best sign that you're healthy on the inside. And so if you want your skin to look good on the outside, make sure you're eating the right foods. These are the foods of the rainbow, whole foods, foods that come out of the ground, looking the way they are when you eat them. And those foods are the ones that will keep your skin looking fabulous your whole life.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. What is up with like the squirrel meat? Because I saw, that was a key point thingy. Is that like low in calories, or does it like taste like chicken? Like, what is up with that?
Have you ever had squirrel? Are you a vegetarian? You couldn't have.
Yeah.
So I was surprised. Miss Kay brought me some food. She brought me frog legs. She brought me squirrel meat. She brought me alligator balls. So I had all these little different foods I'd never heard or had before, and so I went through a taste test of them. They taste like chicken, by the way, but I do think they're lower in fat because they're coming from wild game, and it's a very smart thing that she did to bring them along. She cooks them fantastically well, and like most things in life, if you realize how sacred food is, you'll treasure it.
Yeah, definitely. That must have been like really cool to taste it, though.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic for them to bring it. It was a blast all along.
Yeah, definitely.
I love having people like that on the show who have real soulful insights on life.
Yeah, exactly. So what are your upcoming plans and events?
Well, Cedric the Entertainer's coming on Wednesday. He's doing a big show with me on getting a finger stick. Because, people don't like getting blood tests. We'll show you how to do it without too much trauma. And then I have a music video coming out with Dougie Fresh. That's going to be later this month with Jordan Sparks and a bunch of other folks. It's designed actually for younger people to enjoy their lives and go out and dance. So I hope when you hear it, I hope you enjoy it. The first lady's on it. Mrs. Obama came on the show. Oh
my gosh, that must have been really cool.
Yeah, she was fabulous.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all the great information and, being on Pavlina's Kids Place.
You're more than welcome, Pavlina. Enjoy yourself and enjoy the Kids Place.